We have a fence, guys. We have a fence. Let's have a chat about the few little challenges I had putting this one in. This time, midlife. We got a fence. It's a nice, new, fresh, clean fence. Would you believe it? Brand new colour bond. Loving it. It's come up a treat, guys. It really has. So there has been some challenges, don't get me wrong. There's a few points where I felt like, what am I doing? Why are we doing this? This is so hard, all that sort of thing. But as you know, as an apprentice or as a carpenter or as a tradesman in general, you'll always come across these little issues. So you'll come across stages where you go, God, I just got to keep pushing to get this done. And that was a few stages during this job. Definitely hit me home sometimes. So yeah, but we pushed through it and we got it done. Let me tell you about what we actually did though. It was a quite interesting little setup. Let's go. So the fence was done on a bit of a budget, all right, to a degree. What we did is it started off as just a basic colour bond fence, replace the timber, put the colour bond on. But chatting with a neighbour, and after a few discussions, we decided to head down the road of replacing all the colour bond sheets, the top and bottom rails, and actually spraying the posts of the existing fence to have it all tie in all the way through, it was exciting. It's good to hear that sort of thing is what was going to happen. So we didn't have a half green, half cream colour fence tying into a grey fence and white surf mist kind of colours. So yeah, it's definitely made it worthwhile going all the way through, ripping it out. Obviously, as you can see from the pictures and footage, it was a bit of a mission, but we got it done. It looks mint, and yeah, both of us are happy now. So yeah, and this is fine for the next 15, 20 odd years. As you saw from the footage, we had a timber back fence that went up to a transition point. We'll talk about the transition point later on. But basically, it was timber, it was horrible, it didn't take much to pull out of the ground. The timber didn't take much to pull out of the ground. The footings, however, were good fun. So I was lucky enough to hire out a little kanga, a little dingo, and that helped us to level things out a bit. But it also helped me to get out some of the old footings that were lying there. So it wasn't just from the fence that you saw in the footage, it was from the fence before that again. So technically I had 2 lots of footings to try and remove along this fence line. Some I didn't have to touch at all, but a majority of them I pretty much had to pull out, get out of the way, just so I could level things off nice and to keep that line all the way through to the front yard. Another issue we had, or a concern, was a transition between old and new. So I don't know whether you saw some of the pictures, but you could tell that the existing fence come up to this point, there's a treated pine post, and then the timber fence continued on. Didn't really look the best, so we had to remove the post, more digging, lots more digging, rip that out, concreted in a new post, all right, and connected the existing fence to that. You wouldn't even know it was there. It's perfect. And the other thing, we decided about boundary lines too. So making sure that the fence kept with the same run as opposed to stepping back into our yard, which is what really should have happened, I guess, to a degree. But yeah, gave it a nice tidy finish. See that, guys? That's the gap. That's the difference between the fences. Ideally, our fence should be back on the inside of that, all the way through to the back fence. But that was just too much. We ended up recycling posts, painted things. It would have been crazy if we head down that road. So I was very lucky and very thankful that the neighbour agreed on us going down this road, staying with the same line, keeping the fence where it is, and understanding that any work that we do to our houses is actually off the boundary line, regardless of where the fence is, and that's as per council. So yeah, that was a bit of a mission, but we got it done. It looks good. And I feel proud. I'm happy that we achieved what we achieved in the time frame that we had. So I took some time off work for it. We just pushed through. We had a Thursday, Friday, we absolutely smashed, and then finished some things up on Saturday. We're pretty much done. So yeah, it was a full-on couple of days, but yeah, as mentioned, definitely worthwhile. What else have I been up to? What else has Chris, the second year apprentice, been up to? Now, things have been exciting at work, and you can tell from the smile on my face, I've been really enjoying it. So look, we've been doing some renos and stuff, some slabs going on. We had some slabs going in, so we had to do some form work. So that was exciting, being a part of that, helping that. Laying out the sand pads and stuff so we can put the concrete in, working out the perfection of ensuring that we fill the slabs up with sand first, compacting that, floating it, leveling it, making sure that that was all Mickey Mouse to the laser before ordering concrete so it sits on nice, steeling up, putting rear mesh down. That's all part of it. One of the projects is a master bedroom and an ensuite, like from the ground up. So being involved with that's going to be wicked. So we're going to go from shifting the dirt in the slab to in the foundations and stuff. So shifting dirt in the foundations right through to, you know, doing that last bit of silicone on the bathroom to seal things up. So that's going to be an all the way through jobs. It's exciting. And we also, I've got another one that I've been working on last Friday, which is you know, you can tell I've been playing with Smurfs and skinning them. But yeah, I've been doing a little bit of waterproofing in a bathroom. This is a nice story apartment. It's not a bad little view of town, of Kansas City and stuff. And yeah, it's quite nice to be up there, being involved in that. It's a bit of a different location. It's not really a house or anything. It's obviously working in an apartment complex. You've got other little complexities and stuff to be aware of. So yeah, it's definitely has been an interesting couple of weeks for me. The other one was a labour hire job we had. So a few of us have been helping out some guys build freezers in town, a big freezer company and stuff. We're talking massive cold rooms, massive. These things are huge. So putting the foam panels up and finishing off, doing lots of rivets and strapping and all that sort of stuff, suspended ceilings, and yeah, just being involved in all that. It was yeah, very much a different and very random thing to be a part of. Like once again, it's one of those things that I don't think I'd ever be a part of ever again in my life. So, but I've seen it. I know what it's about. It's good. I can answer questions about it if people have them. Righto, so that just about does me, guys, for this week. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for joining me for another little installment. Obviously, it's always good to hear from you guys. Now, I have the 50th. Oh, it's going to start to rain. I'll see if I can bust this out. I have the 50th installment coming to you guys, and as promised, I've actually got some giveaways, which is exciting. So I'm slowly getting them together. I've got a few more to get together and receive, sorry, should I say. And yeah, give me a couple of weeks. I'll put up the 50th video. We'll have a chat about my journey and how I got here. I'm a second year apprentice now, and give everyone a bit of an opportunity to understand how I got here, how I applied for my apprenticeship, you know, how I've been traveling and all that sort of stuff, and a couple of little achievements maybe that I've brought up. So yeah, just in case you don't follow me from the very, very first installment. So just give you a bit of a heads up and update. I've also got a stack of tool shout outs and stuff, guys, that I'm working through. I'm getting the ones off the old episodes that I can reuse, and the ones that I don't reuse, I'll redo, and I'll start getting some freshies out there to use as well. So, which is exciting too. More footage, more things to look at, you know, fun and games. That's what we're all about at Midlife, eh? All the gear and no idea. All about learning. That's why we're here. All right, guys. Build on, legends. Catch you later. Have a cracker of a week. See you on the other side.